observer. Your observation skills are provided by Rushley. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Commentary from myself, Sponge, and Pansy.
Oh, lots of nades right now from the G2 buy here on the pistol round. We've got 3 HEs, 3 smokes, and 2 flashes remaining after Amanek throws out that first one. Hunter limping out of smoke here to obscure the vision of Golden up and over the top, and then onto the scaffolding they mount. But JW, well, he got the better of that one, didn't he? Headshot from Hunter, using that smoke as a bit of a one-way, and now as they can progress on up, these nades can be used over towards the headshot box on site. Smoke over towards the left, and well, they're pushing. Oh, Crim's thought better of that. Probably a good decision.
Yeah, he's got a lot to do. They're using their smokes perfectly. You can see how little they've seen, and now it translates into a bomb plant. Amanek's even landed the dunk onto Crims, and that nade could do more. Watch this, Brolin, vulnerable, trying to get onto the site. He doesn't have a kit, he's pushed through. But this after plan looks so favorable to G2 now. They've used their utility to perfection. Nade kills as well as kills over the smokes they've thrown. Admittedly, it means that 3 of them don't have armor, and there is a smoke. That sound cue will force a bit of a double peek. If they hit their jewels, oh, just like that, there's a chance.
Get a defuse.
They do need to get on it now. Golden just catches a bullet immediately. Well, it is a G2 round. It's costly, though, and Flush is making sure.
Amanek's going to go down with the bomb here, and Hunter, is he further enough away? No, everybody goes down in that round, but the pistol round will fall for G2 there, 1-0. As we see if Fnatic will go for the force buy. Now on their CT sides, we tend to see that more often than not. From Fnatic on their T sides, if they don't get the plant, we'll see them traditionally take that save round. JW into the Deagle with the smoke, Flusher with the same. HE is a little bit of extra.
That's a dream second round buy for G2 though, if ever I saw one.
Mac 10s for Amanek, Galil's AK-47. It's not looking too shabby whatsoever.
So much util on those SMGs, so expect to see that used well. He's even watching the counter boost, that's crazy. The run boost, excuse me.
Stalling out at the start here, and that aggressive smoke from Brolin means that G2 will be kept on notice that a push from the B site is imminent. See them just positioning themselves behind this smoke as it fades, trying to find the advantage. Now the swing comes in. Big kills found there. Jackson Hunter taking down 2 of those A defenders, just putting all this pressure on Crims here, playing up close towards the short smoke. Eventually he's going to get pincered on down, locked on in. So G2 are just making sure there's no flanks coming through. And this is clean from them so far, so looking good with a minute left on the clock.
Yeah, Crims is going to readjust. Play a little higher up here. Nice, on towards Kenny. Can't make any more of that though. Bit of a one and done. Nade, going to supplement. Now, we are down to 3 against 2, and the bomb's not planted. But bear in mind, it's a Deagle, and as CZ, it does have armor with it. And 1 smoke left on Hunter. Now, he has got good room working up through short. Brolin might get a fight, but winning it might be a little bit trickier than imagined.
Bit of a gap in this smoke.
Enough to maybe pressure Amanek on the way out. Yes, gonna find him. Right, so now he also somewhat cleared Sandbag and close ramp, so this could bode well for Flusher coming back in. Nexus seems very aware of that possibility of a flank, but is he turned? Yes, he is. Oh, it's unforgivable from Flusher. No. He knows it.
Still gets it. Next are down. Hunter to clutch. Last seen on site is Brolin. He actually fakes it. Hoping to draw. Yeah, that's a perfect fake. And that's the frag. Hunter saving G2, but I will remind you, everyone went down in round 1. Is a one-on-one in round 2. Fnatic gonna have to try and have a stern conversation here as to whether or not they really want to continue to double down. They're against Mac 10s, AKs, only 2,400. Does seem like it will get the full eco.
Get them to give out.
It's not happening.
Right.
Dream is dead.
Looks like they'll be taking the full save on this one just here. And as I say, that Brolin invests in a nade, flush it into a flash. So trying to make something of this if they can. Amanek just posting up on a passive line to watch middle as Jax is throwing out some early utility of his own. Now that nade that you see there, it bounces off of one of the girders and lands close middle for any aggressive CT pushes. Can be a very potent position for the CTs to be pushing within the early stages. And Amanek has one of those lovely skeleton knives there, Alex. So
he's cool like me.
Yeah. It's over towards A. Looks like to be the finish from G2 again, and they've already taken a lot of territory. Look how far forward Hunter is. He patrols this side of the map very aggressively, backs his own aim.
Ooh.
Well, look, is able to recover there, but a bit of a dink to the face will act as a shock to the system. Smoke and Molly comes out. Nade as well to hold Fnatic at bay. And even though they have this HE and flashbang combo, it's going to be very difficult to use now. The choke points are tight over towards this A side of things. The nade damage is good, but it will just be a matter of time. And Kenny spamming through the boards there to see Fnatic going down in round number 3. The guns are going to come out. I'm not sure if we're going to see the double AWPs or AWPs at all from Fnatic. I'm not sure if they want to prioritize utility or if they want to prioritize the big green. We'll get that answer in about 25 to 30 seconds.
24, 23, 22, 21. No one going down. SMG's getting frags. It's always good to nurture your bank.
About time they had a clean one. Yeah, so no AWP in play. It's going to be the 5 M4A4s, diffuse kit for Flusher. No one else can afford one right now. Golden actually holding on to $200 extra, not going to opt for that secondary flash. HEs for 4 of them, Molotovs for 4 of them. Everybody with a smoke grenade in place. The buy very good for Fnatic going into this one right here, but they need to turn the tide of this one quickly. It is G2's map pick. Let's see how they fare.
Golden, getting quite curious about this. Is anyone watching? I think Kenny's been kind of trying to keep eyes on it. Maybe understanding the intentions that they do like to have a little peek around, but...
A looky-loo.
Yeah, they're all building up on this, and it's a hefty lean considering they have no information on the back, of course. So it's going to be a commitment whichever way you want to cut this, and Golden and Crim's quite comfortable on clearing up. Nade might do some work. It does somewhat okay towards Amanek. The shot from JW is slightly better. I feel like they've stalled here. If they don't win one of these fights anytime soon, I don't know where else they can go. There's a minute on the board and they've got nothing. I guess Amanek's progress could help, but the smokes come out, catching Hunter. Oh, this is lovely from Crims. Very comfortable. There was never pressure. It never felt like they were under threat of anywhere else. And those initial kills came in incredibly quickly. Kenny. 16 HP, full util, and 4 players staring at you and your bomb. Yeah, it slipped out of the fingers. Bit of a do-nothing round there.
Yeah, surprising that Fnatic can get one so clean onto the board there against G2. Now, lucky in that eco round just before it was clean, everybody did stay alive because that means they will be able to reinvest right now. Hunter can drop an AWP over to Kenny if he wants to get a couple more goodies, or he can buy his own. Now, I'm not sure if that Molotov was meant to go that shallow or if it was meant to land deeper, but by landing where it did, it was actually perfect for Fnatic right there. It did look like a missed throw, but, you know, an accident can sometimes be a happy one. As away we go. Kenny on the AWP. Hunter on the AK, Mac 10 for Amanek. It's fast. They're going A quick.
Yes, pace on this. Utility damage. Nexus low. Jax is low. The util is fantastic. Crims is really being immovable on this one. And again, it's Kenny. They've got ramp. This is it. Ramp control is being kept by Fnatic. G2 just throwing themselves back into it.
They didn't take the
Nothing.
AWP. How interesting. I mean, to be fair, they just had 2 5-rifle rounds work.
Sure.
And you're going against a potential eco where they all might likely can get overrun. But yes, it's interesting all the same. Fnatic have some no slouchers, such as JW on the AWP, but he's more than content on the AK as that option. So we're heading into our 6th round, and it's only a Mac 10 for Amanek. Looks like they're going to just try and go for the Hail Mary B flashes. Flasher drops his incendiary in perfect time. They're going to go for the boost. I wonder if he's prepared for that. The single Mac 10 and a flash for Hunter. So chances are if they boost him up, they'll flash for his peak. Oh, look at that. Oh, could have been. Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Roland's close here to help out Flusher if he gets overwhelmed. Just needs to tuck on in now.
He seems, I mean, the fact he's just unloaded all of his nades and keeps moving, it's like he seems to be ready. He anticipates this, and he does take down the only threat. This one is just going to reach its logical conclusion. Kenny makes the P250 work, but as he looks for a fresh clip, it's JW who comes on from behind. Another open and shut case for Fnatic. That's 3 in a row. Now it's time to see whether or not G2 have got anything else to diversify their attack. It's twice towards A, it's fallen flat. The battle for ramp won by the Swedes.
Now, we were looking at the scoreline against Complexity yesterday, and their T-half was pretty gnarly. You know, it was their CT side is where they really came into some woes. So for G2 here, we are looking for them to have a decent showing on their first half.
G2 one of the teams that have dabbled beyond just ramp pressure, because we started to see obviously like the newer adopters to Vertigo showing that it's not just the ramp affair.
No, they love A-ramp.
I know, so
yeah.
This is why I'm a bit worried that if Fnatic have done their homework, which I assume they would as they have just come into this map. Ooh, bit of a damage exchange. You're going to be looking at the likes of G2. Golden trying to get out of there, a bit dangerous, but he has made it away for now. And I wonder if this does force G2 to have to look elsewhere. You've been shot down handedly now on ramp a couple of times, and maybe considerations have to be made. But Flush are being quite proactive as well, pushing out from the other side, going to hold a bit of territory. As Crims, his presence is very much felt here.
Yeah, they're happy to play in limbo around the ramp area. Not too many teams are keen on doing that. Normally harassed back, and here comes that utility. G2 now marching forward, slow as you like. Another flash on through, and here they go. So ramp control, this is where the fight will be once more. 50 seconds left. Golden lining up a bit of a pop flash here to send JW forward. This is all going to come down to the timing on this call.
Now. Bites his tongue. No one's home. 30 seconds. If he drops that smoke short, they can focus all of their attention ramp. 20 seconds, drop it. Yeah, they're going to have to disrespect it. Grey screens ink through the flash. Perfect. Crims needs another. Upgrades to the AK. Is anticipating more from ramp. 15 seconds and G2. What are you doing?
Where's next? Was he doing anything? No.
7.
No. They've got the flank now. Next is coming in, and with Amanek's success, but they will have to do is live.
To live.
Yeah, done that too.
God, I can't believe he takes
him after time.
He takes that fight. That is ballsy.
Yeah, Amanek went down after time. They were meant to get more of a loss bonus than that. And Amanek only has 1,150 to work with right here. So, oh, okay. Well, a very, very dicey approach from G2. The intent there was very clear, but they were stalled out. They weren't able to make that one look threatening whatsoever. And Crims just playing around the cusp of that JW smoke was more than enough to net him 3 big kills in that round. And yeah, troubles now for G2. They need to find some traction as they will just have this carried across AK that Nexus saved. Amanek actually bought into a Deagle here as well, so he's down to $450. 4-3. Jack's searching now. Brolin to deal with. Oh, does Brolin see him?
I'm not sure.
Oop, grenade? No, didn't do too much. Now, we did see that flank last time. I don't know where they found the room because he came up through middle, but it was super late. I'm not sure how that came to be. This is comfortable again.
Wow.
This is rinse and repeat, and Fnatic have this. G2, you need to bring more now. We've seen this look, and it's clearly been met by force. I want to understand more about that lurk. I think it was Nexa who kind of found room, but again, I think that's a response to they were all on ramp, so we all rotated to ramp.
Something that surprises me is that we haven't seen more, because after Mousesports proved to us that they could do mid to Bs effectively,
Right. Yeah.
Why haven't more teams just thrown a couple of them into a 15-round half?
Fury have been doing them. Like, I've loved seeing it.
We've seen Heroic doing a little bit of it as well, but I'm not sure what the reason for the A-side approach is. Look, it is obviously the easier of the 2 bomb sites to hit, but conditioning the other side of the map, it makes your life even easier. So, okay, there was almost a one-way or a smoke to be used to the advantage of Hunter, but JW will punish, and now back towards the B site they go. Flusher still with a smoke, a flash, and a HE. He has 4 of these G2 members to deal with here. Nade goes, smoke goes down. That's going to be on the top of the stairs. Well-timed, well-placed. They're going through it.
Oh gosh, Flusher's got a lot to do. The spray is magnificent. Kenny catching a lot of flack, but does eventually put him on his back. Bomb needs to go down. Next, mollying default suggests that he's pushing in. JW's playing behind that, though. I like this angle.
He's going to be seen.
Takes the head off of Nexa. Premium gaming coming out from Fnatic. And it does seem like their comms is high, or Flush's intuition is high, because every time there's people gathering B stairs, the nades seem to, or the sprays seem to be deployed perfectly. A smoke on the B stairs at 1 minute 10 as the B player, it's not something that you're often going to be encountering. So the comms was there. Kenny does well to find at least one. That's Crims as he preserves his AWP. He has 40 seconds to work with. That's a very anti-AWP angle. There is no way he could possibly kill both of them.
Nasty boys.
Yeah. Unless he can curve the bullet.
Yeah, or like somehow...
What was that movie?
Angelina Jolie.
Yeah, I remember her in it.
Wanted.
Is it Wanted?
It was,
Wanted.
yeah.
I actually really loved that movie. It was a bit cheesy,
Super
but
cheesy.
That's why I liked it.
the idea of the whole, secret society and the communication through the fabrics. You know, that was
That was
cool.
a bit
Barely
odd, wasn't
remember,
it?
but yeah. that's
It was like they had a mill. It was in a mill, and
Yeah,
if there was like a discrepancy in the fabric, it was
like,
the
"Oh."
person they had to
Yeah.
kill.
I like
but it was being
teleporter
manipulated
one.
by Morgan Freeman.
What was the one with the not Minority Report, was it? With the
Wooden balls? That's
Yeah.
Minority Report.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Oh, that
Tom
was a
Cruise
good movie.
That was a bouncy.
Honestly, Tom
Weird
Cruise has
flick.
done some good ones in terms of like the theme and the story. Like I really
He's
like
mental, but
Edge
they're
of
great.
Tomorrow.
That's a
Yeah,
great movie.
Great movie.
The idea of what is it? Live, die, repeat. I think
It's
was
Groundhog Day,
Groundhog
but an
Day.
action movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. Very into that.
Oh, look at this. 6 on the trot
Look at
right now
that.
from Fnatic. G2 really up struggle street, and that's indicated by 2 of these rounds being timeouts. So round 7 and round 9, one's with the save on round 9. Round 7, they just couldn't get across the line into that bomb site to find any penetration. They were losing out through the smokes, getting whittled down by some well-timed utility of Fnatic. And taking a look at the scores right now, Crims with 12 kills leading the charge for Fnatic. On the other side of things, you've got 3 players on 6 frags, Kenny, Amanek, and that of Hunter. They're the top fraggers on either team at the moment, and you can see the odds from GG Bet. Fnatic, the clear favourites with $1.32 odds, and over on the other side of things, G2 Esports as, I guess, the outsider's chance here with 331 to get back underway. All preserved for Kenny.
Oh, taking
Yes.
T-side AWP middle?
Oh, and
I
home.
love it. Okay, and if he takes all this space, he's going to try and fight construction early, and there's nobody home at all. In fact, this minimap is really confusing me right now. What am I looking at? Thank you, Rush. Help me understand. Brolin's pushed up. He's taken a lot of B info
Russia
early.
will be watching
and,
mid.
Oh, Hunter was not ready for that.
And I think Brolin or one other has been doing that quite often too.
Flusher 2, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like they've just not seen that that's been a common factor, and they've tried this mid piece, but it's been read again. With Brolin's information being poured back, obviously Flusher's going to be hyper aware that, well, this isn't the same old ramp pit, so where they at? Well, middle. Kenny's going to find one, but it feels all for nothing unless he digs deeper than that.
Rush, can you do us a favor? In spawn,
Wow.
can
Yo,
you
what
go
up?
on one of those railings, like the railings just here, the orange stuff, and show how it looks if you look to construction? So go to your right a little bit more, down there, yeah. You stand on this thing here, and you can actually see them as they're coming over the top of construction. So it's a real filthy little angle that you're able to use. You can actually stand even a tiny bit higher if you're on the little notch of...
That thing, yeah.
So that little fencing there, you can stand on that, get a cute little angle, and own them as they come over that mid position. We call it construction. You can call it whatever you want. Nothing really has a name on this map until we define it, I suppose.
Yeah, but here we are on the incline part of the map. And that's the end of Hunter. His story is a short-lived one. I walked through a smoke and I died. Pretty much the end of the
The
sentence.
flavor in this, G2.
There's flavor coming, but at the moment you're right. This is
Unseasoned chicken.
this is far from umami.
That's a word they'd never heard before.
No, this is straight up.
There's no sambal, there's no nothing.
They're not
This is
using
school
Gallon Gal.
canteen. It's grey.
Oh, what meat is it? Is it pork? Is it beef? We don't really know.
It's Fleisch.
Generic flesh.
Germans call meat flesh, by the way.
Horrible.
Pretty
It's actually
intimidating.
horrible.
Oh, I'd like some pig flesh and a little bit of cow flesh. Ugh. Anyway, that's the end of that conversation. Kenny's killed Golden.
Is he on the spot? Oh, Brolin was on the spot, but it was smoked off.
Yeah, he's going to try and work around it.
Hey, the
Here's
mid to B
3
worked.
dropping in. The mid to B, yeah, as we discussed, has worked out wonderfully for G2. This is the change we were looking for. JW's working towards the B stairs, and Amanek trying to tuck into a headshot angle. This is a very unlikely angle to check, but JW often impresses.
Oh,
You can see the reaction time.
Whee.
Took him a while. 3v2 now. Smokes and kits. They will go for this. Jax, Nexa.
Get a wiggle on, boys. There we go. Jump made by Brolin and isolated. No trade available for Crims.
Still a chance.
Let's get one. He's got to
4-1.
go fast if he wants it. Drops down. Jax hears it. Jax denies it. Well played by Jax in the end. 3 for him, and that mid to B did work. We finally saw it kind of finding some footing.
Yeah, it started all with a charge through middle themselves. They tried it once, failed, tried it twice, and to great success. JW was closing in on max money. If anything, they're probably just grateful they have to rebuy at this point. It's
What
been
if
a
we sit that
long time. In fact, 7 in a row from Fnatic. So the 4th, the return from G2. It's been a long time since they saw it.
Still no AWP on the CT side. That's
It's
curious.
true.
They're not going for those type of picks. Maybe thinking they can be more proficient with the rifles, and why not? As you mentioned,
take
7 in
suck.
a row. That's true. So maybe just this is the approach. They don't want to... If you're AWPing too much and you're having to deal with Kenny on the other side of things, maybe you're a little bit worrisome about that. Don't want to offer him up too many regular duels with the rifles. They can stay more mobile, play around the smokes a little bit more that are being thrown on out there.
Kenny has a style as well where he does tend to try and take fights that the other AWPer may be taking. I mean, how many times have we watched a Vertigo G2 game where he spends 40 seconds around ramp just hoping for a sandbags or a crane peek? He's looking for those. And that was Amanek sent to the depths. Jack saved the round, brought home the 4th for G2. Look at the amount of space Brolin takes out of the gate.
Oh dear, Hunter, this nade is going to hurt. You're going to get out of there in time.
Oh, here's Kenny doing what he always does, looking for that gap, and he is going to find it this time. Golden just landing a dink. It was a bullet exchange, both clicking. Kenny's weapon costs a little more, though.
I'm amazed Brolin is this brave. Like, this is not necessarily no man's land, but I guess with that gun in that angle, it's pretty filthy, actually.
With the changes to Vertigo, it does feel like, you know, taking B stairs, you're practically flanking. I mean, at this point, he can be on your bridge rotate instantly, and that's why it's a powerful bit of control to take. 5v4 though, and Amanek's aware of the threat. You can see a very passive stance in containment. Gosh, JW's playing with fire here. Do you really want to walk down? He does. He's going to get swung on. Does well to find... Oh, wow. Crim's there as well in backup. Channels them towards middle. Flash is good. Flusher not going to reveal his location just yet. Does fall off. It is a sound cue. You're right. This is a big frag. Big frag. And he gets it. Bomb delivered. Brolin turning this advantage that previously lay with G2 on its head. And Kenny's dead. Flusher catching him. Jack through CT spawn. Bomb loose. Oh, this is no fun for anyone. He'd need to find from 7 frags to 10. And finding the first, an unawares Flusher is one thing.
Maybe.
But yeah,
Kenny's
weapon.
Yeah, maybe hold on to that with 10 seconds remaining right now. It seems like the only right option for Jax is he was left with an unwinnable task. And round number 8 will be put on the board here for Fnatic. So this is great stuff to see. We know that they've been working on this, and once upon a time we would have been considering G2 and Vitality as 2 of the best teams in the world on Vertigo, both of which Fnatic could have taken down in back-to-back days if they continue this type of form here. So the money, not fantastic for G2 Esports. They will be opting, either they can force buy behind the saved AWP, or they can just take a partial upgrade. But Jax without the loss bonus is worrisome. They will get 3,400 in the next round, which will give him 4K on the nose. But look at Crims, 17 frags, Golden with 7 and 7 assists, still has 105 ADR. So over towards that A side of things, Crims, Golden and JW, they're the 3 men to be looking at. They're doing a chunk of damage. You look at JW as well, 84 ADR as well. So all 3 of those individuals doing a fantastic job of dispelling G2 from the side of the map of where they said they were having issues on their CT side when we had the interview with Malik a little bit earlier. So this is very, very worrying for G2 now.
Certainly going to be on the forefront of the minds that this is elimination. A reminder for those at home, if you're not keeping up and maybe you just tuned in, you're like, oh, it's okay, don't worry, 8-4. It's not. This is elimination. It gets scarier now.
It really does, and I think Chad's painted a beautiful picture in the sense of G2 was supposed to be making the T side count their woes expected on the second half. The Kenny hero orb saved through and given to the star AWPer.
He has to start delivering here. We've been talking about the woes of Kenny since returning from the player break, and he went from being G2's second highest performer in the first half of the year to now G2's worst performer.
There's something Malik said as well, which is just, I don't know how direct he was trying to be or if it was just a translation thing, but he suggested that it's hard for Kenny when he's not passionate about it.
We've had this before with Kenny as well. There's moments where demotivation definitely...
Yeah, I mean, I understand everyone when doing the same thing repeatedly and especially under less than ideal circumstance. Oh, that's a nasty death to have just on the edge of the smoke, but there's Nexa keeping the dreams alive. He recovers the AWP, he has Kevlar, this works. So does Amanek's Deagle. It's not quite going to find Brolin, but there is a good chance. I can't believe Golden's still alive. Finished off by the Tech 9. Maybe, just maybe, there's a chance here. The nade could be good. Quite. And on the hunt.
First bit of room they've really had here without too much contest to the step, but then you think about the timing on Crims is going to be excellent. I feel as though he's going to potentially find Nexa if it all lines up well, but...
He's got the incendiary, 17 seconds left, he's got the flank, there's no way they can win this round. What are you supposed to do? Nexus screwed. He's got to save the AWP again. He could even die after time. 7 seconds. He wants to either die. Yeah, he wants to die now, look.
Don't kill him. Oh, that's one of the things, right? When Fnatic probably can just let him live and then kill him in limbo there. If you really want to rub salt in the wound, right? It's a risk. You might lose some more players.
He was sitting there with a bomb standing still. Like that was Nexus.
Like, please kill me.
Desperately hoping to die.
Me. But look, not to be, as we have a look at the scores now, 9-4, G2 guns back out. Jax will be able to purchase that AK-47 head armor and just a smoke. And the reason he doesn't get the same amount of money is because he didn't get the loss bonus by saving Kenny's AWP. Now, as we move forward, you can see here the AWP will be back on out. There's armor on all of these members, and once again, B aggression. Brolin dropping straight down. He has no issues taking this territory, clearly identifying that G2 don't want to fight for this in the early stages. Nexus just sits back, and by doing that, if they ever want to head back over towards the B side of things, they have to take longer. They have to potentially trade out and lose a member as they want to scale over towards the B side.
And I mean, it's also like it's a proper early learning center cue for when they're doing something different on the T side.
Yeah.
Brolin has heard something, you know, like we haven't heard it for 13 rounds. He's fighting for once. That's, you know, it's immediately a chance for them to communicate that something is different. And that's why we talk about conditioning. We talk about, you know, this map control and denying certain elements of the map prior to your commitment. Kenny's previously got caught out by some aggressive CT maneuvers around the smoke. You can see his adjusting crosshair indicative of that paranoia. Oh, JW could go down here. Looks good from Kenny. Great shot. Opens up the site. It's only Crims now, and he's thinking better of sticking around. Drops his incendiary close wall, stops the walk up.
They're running out of utility here, Fnatic, to deal with this. So if it is an A set piece, they will need a couple more members tucked on towards this bomb site.
They molly it, right?
They've not seen him there before, but I guess it's just part of protocol, and he doesn't have a smoke to do anything against that. So a bit of a bold position, but maybe just a gamble that they wouldn't check on it this time around. However, they do.
They have to commit. There's only 20 seconds left, Lauren.
Yeah, when the bomb's further committed than the rest of the Ts. So Hunter's going to have to do some work here. Golden's still got a good line. Bit of damage on Amanek. Doesn't need to overly stay. Nade in the hand of Flusher. Going to do a bit of additional work, not much.
Oh!
Does he stop him?
No. Down to 24. Golden gave it a good go. A Hail Mary play. Now so low. It could be G2's round. Good shot wild through the smoke. Flusher's taken Nectar out of the equation, but Kenny's posted up on the sandbags, and that should be enough. 5 HP between the two of them. I mean, what can the CTs possibly do? No nades. Hoping for a smoke. Golden's still standing and fighting. He knows Kenny's on the sandbags. Flashing for Hunter to try and take at least one of them down. There's Kenny continuing. All right, then. We got a 5th. G2 off the back of a Kenny S triple kill, no less. So definitely a win condition showing up in the server now. Final round of play.
So the reason that you'll see Golden and Brolin hanging around in that circumstance is to take away as many guns from G2 as they can. Going into the last round of play in regulation, they have more than enough money to buy or have guns dropped from their teammates who are rocking a little bit of extra cash. So Kenny really showing some form there, and it's necessary. G2 would be loving 6 at this point. Fnatic 1 round away from getting double digits this early on what has been one of their least favored maps throughout this year. Something they're trying to bring into play now. Again, just this posture defense over towards the ramp, and you can see Golden is really playing with fire here. He's been taken down by Kenny from that exact position before, and he risks it again. Golden drops to Kenny, and that's an opening towards the A side of things. Where's the equalizer now from Fnatic?
I see not much being offered up by G2 aside from Kenny on this very fine angle, though. So no warp to be seen, and still a fair whack of attention towards that B side. And you can see Jax trying to build through middle as well. Brolin. An adjustment made for him as well, starting to lean a little heavier through, but mostly posted towards B. It's going to be a 2-2 split, essentially, for the CT side, as Hunter and Amanek. No subtlety to their steps, and the Molly's going to force JW to fight, and he wins it. Now he's in trouble, though. Burning has to back away, calls in a bit of help here, and he dies for it, though. Now, where has Brolin found that kill? Was that in middle? I'm actually not too sure.
Crims has got a lot to do. Goodness me, he's going to get pushed here. I can't believe he's gotten away. Good timing. Oh, they're both dead. Lining up for the spray. Nexus got them both. Flusher to clutch. He's got a good chance here. Not to be. Kenny gets the shot. That's a crucial win. 9-6. G2 shaken. But will they stir? We'll take a break. and we'll be back with the second half.
We've been friends for a long time now. Always have a good time whenever we go out. But you've been calling me up all the time and sending me signs and giving me them eyes. And you've been saying that you found the one, texting me junk and you wanna talk, but you can't say why. I can't get there and you know I've tried. You know I don't wanna waste your time. City lights, I'm looking in your eyes, but I can't say why. Doesn't feel right to call you mine. You know I don't wanna waste your time. I can't get there and you know I've tried, but I can't say why. Feeling lost like I just want a time back time. Choked up, tell me how do I say this right? Cause you've been calling me up all the time and sending me signs and giving me them eyes. And you've been saying that you found the one, texting me drunk and you wanna talk, but you can't say why. I can't get there and you know I've tried. You know I don't wanna waste your time. City lights, I'm looking in your eyes, but I can't say why. Doesn't feel right to call you mine. You know I don't wanna waste your time. I can't get there and you know I've tried, but I can't say why. But I can't say why. I can't get there and you know I've tried. You know I don't wanna waste your time. City lights, I'm looking in your eyes, but I can't say why. Doesn't feel right to call you mine. You know I don't wanna waste your time. I can't get there and you know I've tried, but
For 9-6 half, the second of the day, Fnatic have managed to find the lead, but it's G2 that managed to stabilize on their lesser of the two halves. CT side needed to be quite posting and only 6 presented. Could this be the elimination of the G2 Samurai? Certainly have not been the sharpest sword in the army at the moment, but of course every team has its ups and its downs. The star of the G2 show, quiet, but not in this series. Kenny did deliver buckets and spades, a triple kill, starting the conversion of the 5th and 6th rounds at the end of that first half. But we're ready to get into it. I say we. My name's Machine. Pansy's here. Sponges sometimes around as well.
Sometimes clicking some things.
Yeah, doing you. Have you got your skybox, Bibblies?
Yeah, it's working again.
Oh, good.
I'm looking for anything exciting so far in this matchup. Maybe we'll get it with the big heroic game later in the day.
Big heroic, not just heroic, it is big clan as well. Jax has actually gone straight into the fray in middle. He taps away at 2, nearly 3 heads. He runs out of bullets. And the war of attrition from JW's clock is eventually won. 109. Boost or smoke?
Oh.
Okay, so we've seen this a lot from Fnatic. They like this. It's a different smoke look. It just covers off that cross from Elevator and CT side, but it leads to Jax's, or rather JW's demise. Kenny catching Flusher as well. This is a flawless pistol. He pushed all the way through that A side. It was too quiet. He got to exploit all of that. But Brolin with the bomb.
I wonder if he goes back around and tries to reflank Kenny here. Oh, looks like the intention is over towards A.
G2 did win that initial pistol round as well. Obviously, we've got the 2 after that.
It'd be cool if he somehow got a plant, but I don't know
Hunter shouldn't
if
let
there's
him.
any universe where Hunter's going to let that happen. Amanek's even getting himself towards CT. He's taken just a little too long here.
Oh,
Oh, maybe. Oh, I hate it. He's gone for it. Back exposed. He's not going to get it. Good try.
yeah, that mid smoke from JW, if we want to make a note with it now because it might come up later, it was exploited a little bit because once it gets thrown, if you push in towards that construction mid area, you tuck in behind those sandbags, it was actually getting used against them a little bit against with Vitality in play yesterday. So we'll see if G2 do the same thing and try and punish them with that smoke here today. Now, Fnatic not getting the plant, you heard me say it on Inferno if you were tuned on in. If they don't get the plant on the T side pistol, they will not go for that force buy. They take the full Glock save, and then going into the following round with the $2,400 loss bonus, they will have the about 4.4K, depending on the kills that they get right now, to be able to purchase on in with. So just those Glocks over here. It will be the SMGs, 5 of which on the other side. And a bit of a bonus situation for G2. So every single one of the kills that they get here will be netting them $600 as opposed to the regular $300, unless they use the USP. And then it will just be the $300 kill reward coming in. But this one we shouldn't have too much to write home about unless they throw a couple of kills. And, well, that looks like one of them.
Yeah, wow. Just jumping down the ladder and Glock's overwhelming him.
Chunk.
Bit of a tough one. Fortunately, though, Nexa, he's about to get an MP9 snipe. That's the sound it makes. Didn't quite actually manage to stroke away at the flusher. And we'll look to grab a fresh mag. Could go down here, but it's only the Glock, so down to 20. That's what I was expecting. Okay, now normality is restored, and 4 SMGs converting into 4, and make it 5 SMG frags. Round 18, G2 closing this gap as intended with the pistol win. They won both pistols on this map, so it's not like they haven't had the leg up. But once those weapons get into the Fnatic hands, it can be a very different story. 18 for Crims. He's been at the top of the scoreboard, and it's rare to see an off game from Crims, but they have been occurring during this this era. So to see him delivering is always a good sign.
Bit of a problem here. G2 have now used all of their timeouts, and we've just started the second half.
True.
So this might be a little bit of a problem here for them going into the CT side of Vertigo. We heard from Malik that their A side defense was a little bit troublesome, and over towards that side of the map you will see Kenny with Amanek and Hunter. Next here is your solo B defender, and Jax tends to play over towards middle. Obviously they can be more flexible from that. Every team within the upper echelons of Counter-Strike have a bunch of different CT setups that they're able to run. But as we take a look here as the weaponry they have on board, I would say that these SMGs on the back of Hunter and Amanek, if they go for a standard A defense, will want to get up close and personal towards those A ramp smokes. We've also seen Fnatic go for one of those little boosts down the bottom of Fork Room. They boost on the left-hand side of that massive doorway and try and pick above the CT-sided smoke. So let's get this one underway. You have Hunter up close and personal towards the scaffolding area. Molotov to hold him at bay within the early stages. Up and over the top will be Amanek. Kenny actually playing over towards the B side of things with Nexa on the first gun round, and Jax will be soloing middle passively with the MP9, jiggle peeking from the elevator room side of things. So more than happy to give up mid control here. And this is that smoke we were talking about.
It had a gap, Chad. You told us about it.
Have a gap, so let's see if Jax uses it.
Can we look at the sandbag side of it? Yeah, definitely. So it always has that slight gap. Kenny with the M4 actually taking a good bit of flak. Jax demonstrating exactly what we're talking about. But okay, so you're Fnatic. You've thrown this smoke many times in your practice and scrims. That's clearly an intention. So I guess, if anything, it means that you have one particular angle to pre-fire upon that crossing of the corner.
Yeah, and what it does is it draws the player forward, right? Jax, to get that information, actually had to push into the smoke. So if they were to do it when they had mid control, but also a ramp control, they could do it as a fake and then hit that A site quicker. But in this instance, that's not the case, and that is a fantastic nade. Brolin is going to be seeing little birdies flying around his head right now as smokes are set up, Molotovs come out, and Fnatic intend to hit A.
Nice camera angles from our OBS team. This is the stop volley. Not going to stop Golden, though. Oh, is it? Gets it and gets away. 36 points of health singed down. But now it is time to see if G2 can get the kindling started. A retake on the cards. Nades in hand. A smoke short, a smoke sight, and a push.
The flashes could set something in motion. Crim's going to be forced away, but the kill still comes in as Crims. No worries. Through the smoke, no problem. They are on the bomb, so there is a bit of a time limit to this. They've obviously gone off that now, and Brolin's just buying time. This is shut down. None of those SMGs, none of the guns kept over, have found any placement for them. And clean post-plant for Fnatic there.
Dreamy.
Would you say no wuckers?
No.
No, I've never said that. But does that mean worries?
Yeah.
No, wuckers, mate.
No wuckers, mate.
Hey, no wuckers. Let's go down to Servo, mate. Yeah, let's get our fongs.
Get our thongs on.
Thongs. I don't know why it's from East London.
What, darling? You got some
Yeah, you
thongs
see
there.
my thongs, love?
I think what other... I've basically lost the majority of my accent, so I don't know what's going on anymore.
No.
I thought I had, but then someone recently said I sound very British, which was a nice
Were they
boost.
German by any chance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let me have it. I know I've bastardized my accent. Now I just sound like a European citizen.
It's horrible, isn't it?
All right,
What a
well...
mutt of an accent that we've all got.
This is an all-in right now from G2. So with the residual cash that they had from that bonus round, they were able to get out 4 rifles, a FAMAS for Jax, the rest are on M4s, and then Kenny down to that CZ. There's not a kit in play, but there is a sprinkling of utility here. Molotovs, 3 of them, smokes 3, will make that 4. So when you keep that in mind, oh, they're pushing forward.
Go on, J-Dubs.
Oh no, the
And
timing.
He's got him. He's got him. Jax has just slaughtered Mr. Vexel, puts a weapon in the hands of Kenny S. Playing with fire, Amanek. You're playing with fire, brother. Get out of there. And he will. Sandbags could be forgotten about in the hunt for that frag. They chased it. Hunter didn't choose to reveal himself, but that's enough for them. Backing away.
Well, Hunter's position here is going to be early information for that of G2, so they can start rotating players back towards middle and back towards the B side of things, because if he gets flashed on out, he can see this is clear, but it's all going to come down to timing. If he doesn't check now, it's too little too late. It's just Nexa might be locked out of the B side
The
here.
amount of steps they made up ramp, now it just could be the setup. He won't move a muscle until all of this gets thrown. Here we go. It's a B hit. Smoke the quad. I like the plan. Nexa trying to bait them. Flash has cleared it out, though. And now we have a 3 versus 5. Not going to be easy. Bomb down just about. 5 CTs for this retake. This is going to be no fun for anyone.
They're so close as well. I quite like that from Brolin, but he's going to have to make something of it quick, and he does. 1, but then fades away. Flusher needs to get this clean. He doesn't. Brolin's still trying to do what he can. The deployable turret can only do so much. Does get 3, but the defuse will come through.
God, yeah, you know, that was a 2v5. I'd start back in the 2.
Yeah.
Looked good. Looked really good. Great fragging from Brolin. If only that stairs flank had been quelled, it could have been less of an issue. But this is the upgrade they got early into the round for Kenny S. And look what he did with it. Finding Crims on that cross early doors in a second as well. Stopping Golden from getting too set up. This was the end of Brolin's rampage. And that was the 9th for G2 as well.
Yeah, you can see JW's position in mid there where he went down. That's a left eye peek for him as the CTs were patrolling and clearing that angle. They had the advantage. They would have seen him every day of the week, especially with how slow that they were doing that. So Bio come back out. G2 looking good now. MP9 for Nexa. Utility early over towards the ramp position as Brolin. He wants to take a lot of space, but he's got Hunter to deal with. And he's into his own molly there. So Hunter grabs him. Crims goes down, the top fragger at the moment for Fnatic. Things are falling apart as 10 looks likely for G2.
10. Just like that, the CT side lockout. This will be their 4th defensive round.
Really difficult to get back into this one now. They didn't get any territory, and now they've been gifted the ramp. But with that, G2 have the 3-man number advantage and should just be able to trade out quite efficiently. A fantastic nade.
That's working out wonderfully for them multiple rounds in a row.
And now, like Golden limping in half HP. Hunter will finish him off. And now it's just Flusher. A 1-on-5 situation. 100 HP, no grenades to work with, just has to hit the shots. So far, Amanek will be the first. Might get a chance on this one here, you know. And it's not clean. Amanek will take him down. 10-10. We're all tied up here as the money for the Fnatic side of things going into round 21 is not looking good, but G2 starting to mount a bit of resistance. And if we do need it, take a look in the top right-hand corner of your screen here. It will be Raj coming up as the 3rd map of series number 1.
Do you reckon it's the 3rd map game?
Feels like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this timeout here is spelling a couple of dramas for Fnatic. They want to talk through their options with 2,900 as the loss bonus coming through in the next round. They can invest a little bit more of their cash. So you won't be seeing that full eco like we did earlier in the half. And this is their first timeout, whereas G2, they've already opted to take all 4 of theirs. If this one gets any closer and they need Malik's input to come through with a bit of peace and quiet without those rounds getting back underway so quickly, that will not be able to happen. We'll see the buy coming back through now. It will be Tech9's. They did try and punish yesterday Vitality over towards that B bomb site where we saw RPK having a bit of a shocker.
Yeah, no one's really having the 2-kill game here, though, which is a bit of an issue. Mid-presence once again being shown. Now, that has normally been dealt with. Oh, this is a problem. This is overrun. This is just a Tech9 train, and the pace isn't going to stop. They have to kind of keep this up, and Golden, leading by example, going to find 2 quick kills, but there is still a problem. There is still a bit of danger lingering around because they're in awkward positions. Kenny's still going to get around. Hunter could have been a bigger threat than he was, I felt.
Don't you dare. Don't you bloody well dare. If he goes for the knife, it's 2. He's gonna die
for it.
Oh no, that was supposed to be the round. Maybe Crims can save it. JW's palms getting sweaty here. Crims gets out of the short. It's a hold. He's holding it.
To the other side.
They've lost it.
Oh,
They've lost it. Ladies and gentlemen, that was so good from Golden. And JW's going to be kicking himself. It could have just been the frag. He could have disappeared into the CT realms, but no. No.
Well, we did ask Flusher if they ever regret going for the knives. He said he's never regretted going for one. If anything, he's regretted not going for one. So maybe...
But look at this. Yeah. So he thinks he's got the knife kill. Maybe he's just trigger disciplining, but that element of surprise...
It was definitely
the round.
Definitely the blade he wanted.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely the blade.
Yeah, I'm just trying to play devil's advocate here, you know, try and talk him out of it. But no, we are into round 22, and this one is one that will definitely shake the Fnatic core. They're going to have to pick up their socks. I don't know why they'd be picking them up. Probably pull them up.
Put them in your dirty clothes basket, and then you don't have to worry about picking them up later.
Yeah, just small changes to your daily habits. You know when you unwrap something and leave the wrapper?
Yeah.
Like, that's my mistake. Is
I leave a little tornado, like
just bottle caps, you know, like anything like that. Like I've opened it, just put it in the bin. You've opened it, you don't need it again.
My brain got other things to do.
Exactly, my focus is on something else. Yeah.
Gotta play that CS game.
Gotta cringe on those cringy casters. Cringe central, man. Anyway.
They have real lives.
16-year-olds aside, you do have an incendiary to deploy.
Oh, great nades there. Amanek down to 22.
But that's unconfirmed. I mean, oof, God, he's in...
Oh! Can't run and jump now. He can't move. He cannot move.
That was so scary. That's how I die in Vertigo. Yeah, look at those toes off the edge of that one. Amanek just finding enough floor to work with.
Trouble now for Fnatic. They're in big trouble. Look at this. All the damage done through middle. This is going to be a hard angle to clear. Amanek might be on for 1 or 2.
Great work from Amanek. He makes that low HP. Absolute non-factor. Gets the triple kill spray down from behind the tarp. Visible, very minimal visibility for T side.
You know what's hilarious about that? So that on a work site, the idea of it is to be extremely visible, and here it actually makes everything difficult to see. Rush, you remember the one that you and Jay found that we tweeted at Valve about?
Yeah, I remember that. There used to be one at Sandbags on the A ramp.
On A ramp, it was so filthy. Like you would come around A ramp and you were already, you know, having a lot of jewels to take, and there was just this you couldn't see the CT at all.
Yeah.
Jax is hyping him up, though. I mean, it's rare to see that. Just want to let you know, that was a proper land slice of comms. He was cheering as Amanek found the multi-kill. And this means an awful lot. I will remind you that this is a Tier 1 tournament, Tier 1 opposition, and you could be eliminated on day 2, especially considering the Fnatic Pro League elimination, being one of the first teams to be eliminated from Pro League. This is a must-win game for both squads, not only in terms of just proving it to yourselves, but also in terms of gaining more points and traction in the road to the Masters of 2021. Smoke to be deployed for that short push, looking to see if the CTs are ready to contest.
I was just looking quite... Oh, I thought he was going a little bit quicker than then. But he has taken pause for thought.
He likes this move. Gets under the stairs, catches any early walkouts, and then... Ooh, is that a quad molly? Very effective. No, just from the behind the quad box, or...
Quite nice.
Kenny onto Crims.
It's just you need to remove some of these angles, I was hoping, because Nex is free to operate, Kenny as well. The flashes do come in now, but they've been able to at least brute force their way. It's like, Kenny, careful now. You're playing a very precarious game. You do have the man advantage, but you'd like to keep that. Brolin's turreting abilities have already been shown. True diligence in this Kenny. Obviously can't see as much as we can with that X-ray high flash. And they have to wait for this, though. Not full information. And here we go. Flusher leaps in. Propped off the head of JW. Nade to the site, and Flusher's low. Eliminated by Kenny, put out of misery as well. He has to keep this, though.
Yeah, and I'm really concerned as to whether he'll get more than one. That's not enough. One from the flank, two on the side. They will check this. This is a expected after plant position, and that was the flank just coming in, waiting for the timer on Hunter's info. G2 Esports starting to make a series out of this one. 13-10. Could very well go over to our third, and the third, should we need it, has slipped my mind.
Mirage.
My Rage.
Yeah, so that one is the third. I've never really been sold by G2's Mirage. It's always one that I've been a little bit quizzical on. We've seen the double ops with Amanek and Kenny on their CT side. Sometimes it looks good, sometimes it looks a little bit flat. For Fnatic, it's a good mid-round map for them, but it's something that they've only played twice in the last 3 months, once against Heretics, and once against Complexity, which was a 16-4 loss. So for Fnatic, it's a map that maybe they've been working on and retooling throughout their 2-week hiatus.
Okay, back to the drawing board. Fnatic really haven't made much stick on this T side yet. And that's not going to help matters. Jack's just going to make light work of 2. Making those headshots look so easy. He's even going to go for a third, and he's going to get a third. This is shut down, shut out. This was a rifles round. This had all the goodies. They were ready to go, and nothing coming through from this. We're finally seeing that comfort being shown from G2 in a pick like this. Flusher waiting for maybe a nutmeg on it, but Hunter is very proficient at playing here. Let's see who sees who first. Flusher, gray screened. Hello. Finds Hunter. But now he has to truck through 4 more.
Yeah, it doesn't sound all too fun.
No.
This is the second time Flusher's been left in a 1-on-5 in a similar position right here, and he's just as likely to win this one as he was the last one.
Okay, we need a jiggle one tap onto Kenny. Ooh, didn't get it.
You laid it out.
Yep, that was the start, but unfortunately that is the end. 14-10 now. G2 closing in on that magic number. Jax tested in middle this time, and he was hitting every shot you gave him. Look at that, the turret. Putting an AK in a CT's hands, and it's Angels 1 by 1. Jax passes that test. And now into an interesting one. So actually seems like Fnatic are taking a half buy and accepting the potential play into overtime. Not always the move you expect to see from the Swedes, but they are bending the knee, if you will.
They had success through middle before. They just went for that knife kill. So this time round...
Jazz.
Okay, they're going to deal with it. They're going to be mopped up. Or aren't they? Maybe the bucket's been spilt.
Well, there's a little bit of a back and forth. It is a bit tradey, it's a bit weird, but you're right, it is going to be nothing to stop it. Right, a bomb pile. I was a little hesitant when I heard a molly. I'm like, uh-oh. No, it's okay. Construction's cut off. Flusher with a deep nade. Does it find anyone? No, doesn't really matter for now.
I really don't know how you're supposed to hold on to this. You kind of have to stand and fight, and yeah, that's the thoughts with Brolin as well. Flusher, another impossible clutch dealt his way. Does hit a great shot, and another into Kenny. Yes, Flusher turns around on its head, and he's watted Amanek. Now the advantage is his. Another tag. He still wants to fight. Time is on his side here. He doesn't have to rush it. Picks up the M4. Amanek pushing as well, using the smoke to great success. Flusher is a genius. He is just the Rain Man of Counter-Strike as he's once again pulled it off. A 1 versus 3 with only the Desert Eagle to save what would have been map point. Spectacular stuff from the Swede. Puts the 11th on the board. Let's see that first shot again. Bang! Into the belly. Bang! Into the head. And then using that clock as the bomb ticks away.
You got so lucky there on the left side of that swing of the box.
Right.
Almost offering up enough, but I'm sure Crim's celebration would have come through after he saw Flusher winning
that was probably on his death.
Yeah, that was post-dying. As we get back underway, Fnatic really struggle on these rifle rounds, though, when they go over towards A. They've just been shut down, so we need to see a different approach. It can't be more of the same. It needs to be something different, and middle was working, especially when they brute forced it in such fashion. So waiting out these early smokes is key. Amanek will drop down a second, and this is... Oh, my God, I like it. It's filthy.
Oh, good Lord. Someone's right underneath him.
Oh!
Spotted. Golden. Cognizant. And now an early casualty for G2 to overcome.
Looking for that next step, and
oh, that's such a
Crim's found
good
it.
timing. Yeah, Hunter was just about to drop the smoke. Crims takes some initiative and takes a frag, and now only 3 of them. Maybe Jax can do something around this smoke.
Still 2 players here, right? It's Jax who's probably got that kill, and you do have Kenny behind him. So both these players pretty close by, pretty willing and able to be proactive in this, but it does encourage a trade from Crims. Now, we are into a 3v2. Alex, that's not a nice look for Fnatic fans.
Crucial frag found from Brolin. That really could have changed things. The fact he wins that duel, the bomb's not loose. The bomb is on its way now towards the rest of the squad. He's heading over towards B. Jax has worked this out, though, so he has gambled on the right side. He will be there to stop this. And there's maybe a chance of room for another 1v3. Brolin going down. Looks like he left the bomb at A, so he's actually, excuse me, I swallowed the fake that he sold. Dropped the bomb at ramp, ran over to B as loud as he could, kept Jax on the wrong side of the map. He takes him on the jump peak. Flank is good, though, and Flusher ensuring survival and success. Imagine if he started going for the knife again, I'd have absolutely lost my shiz. It's 27 rounds of play. 14 to 12.
Becomes doable right now for Fnatic here. They're back in contention for this map. Kenny's actually opted to buy in with the scout, and that's going to mean, yeah, the half-buy territory for G2 will come on through. Crims cooled for a little while, but they were some big kills, and then Brolin as well being able to net that flank. Look at that. Jax, that's a banger of a shot there, my friend. I don't think anybody's waiting for a jump up in that position. As now we're getting a couple more fans in the fan cams as we're waking up into the day. Now, Fnatic have been able to win one of these rounds. Maybe G2 could do the same. Brolin will quickly execute Amanek towards the top of the ramp. Kenny patrolling with the scout and Hunter up close and personal. That's a good tag. Brolin's low. Maybe that'll incite Hunter to push here.
Trying to start using the 5-7. Haven't used it in probably like 4 or 5 years. Very bad. Very, very bad. Jax, though, very, very good with the deagle. Makes a great deal of noise, though. No subtlety to his moves. As JW more than aware, but gets his head ripped off. Oh, Jax.
Great crosshair placement that was. I mean, you can see how easy that became.
Oh, Molly's missed.
Yeah, Nexa takes that space. Fortunately, Golden's found him, and that's the end of the story.
Easy as you like for Brolin here.
Back on the CT side for Brolin.
Yeah, loving that same little position down towards B. Is now the scoreline 14 to G2, 13 to Fnatic. Round 28. Guns will come out on both sides of things here. Kenny does have enough to buy that AWP. And just a couple of highlight kills there, but Golden taking Nexa out of the picture right there was a big kill, a necessary kill for getting that B side control. I want to see if Fnatic go back towards that early A presence with so many individuals. It was getting shut down before. They may as well just keep a caretaker over there. No need to invest too much as they want to take B lobby control, and Golden's actually gobbled up a massive nade down to 50. But look at all this territory he's taken for free.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. And I like Nex's position. Obviously, Golden staring at it, and at this point in time, he doesn't have to move at all. Early, unconfirmed damage favors G2 here, and Golden just walked up, and I can't believe it, but he's caught Nexa sleeping. Jax is trying to solve things. Golden's the entry fragger. Impact frags are plenty. And there's another one.
Nice.
Golden delivers a spectacular headshot, and he's not done. He wants to win this round right here, right now. It does suppress and confirm that Amanek is CT. It's a 3v2, though. Those numbers, what was a 4v2, sound a little more attainable now, especially considering how low Crims is. But this is what I'm talking about. Vertigo. We saw a big absence of AWPs for Fnatic CT side. Now we see Kenny in a dire strait. Retaking with an AWP is just no fun. He's on A. They are accepting and cutting their losses here.
Found an answer, haven't they?
Yeah, they'll have to save this, obviously, G2. When we talk about the money situation, when we talk about the loss bonus building, you've heard it time and time again. These saved rifles, if you can't win the round, there's no point throwing them away in vain. And Fnatic finding an answer, but is it enough? Because they've tied it up at 14-14. One of these teams can still take us to the victory within
Don't forget, by the way, don't forget that they only half bought into the round that could have put 15 on the board for G2. They converted that. Thanks to Flusher's 1 versus 3.
It does feel like we've had some big individuals step up. We've had Golden do this one. We've had Flusher being instrumental. There has been a lot of individuals doing some great work on the T side for Fnatic, which is very hard to replicate and kind of depend on.
Yeah, and it's hard to explain, you know, if you lose your sight and the explanation is Golden just noncensed me.
Well, Flusher's going to give it a go this time. Now, the buy is, again, quite weird. Obviously, the leftovers of what was in previous round, the AWP and the AK. But then to support that... Oh, it's gone.
That was the AWP.
Did he get it back? Yeah, but...
Okay. You can understand the justification. Not only is he hot today, 26 frags from Kenny, but with one of the two preserved rifles, a spot of aggression somewhere, this time it just doesn't work out. Jack's on the mid responsibility. Makes him rotating into A. The utility deployed by Flasher is keeping that AWP placed on B. Brollan starting his walk up ramp, clears close corners. Amanek sticking around. He's hoping to get info here. Info that would enable Hunter to do something with that deagle. Here comes duel number 1. If he lets go of crouch, he will be spotted. 0 info. Let's see it from Amanek's POV. Aha! 1. Tucking away now. That's the equalizer. That's the rifle. And they're not ready for Hunter.
Oh, they're not clearing it.
They're not. How long does he call this bluff? How long does he hold on the trigger? That's the bomb. He reveals his location. Does get taken down, but Jax has made the AWP work as well. G2, with 2 save rifles, are competitive in round 29. It's getting awkward. 20 seconds they need to plant. Brollan considering it. Wallbanged. He's hit it. The flash is good. Still not planting, though. He can be pushed on here. The wallbang not connecting a second time. Brollan vulnerable and wallbanged. That's the round. JW can't do anything. One of them running to survive. He hits the headshot. Has he got time? He has. Just enough. JW can save the day again. Fnatic and G2. This game is ridiculous. Oh, he's out. He's out.
Bloody hell, this is... Is he on the bomb?
Oh, yeah.
Where's he gone? Where is Nexa at right now?
What
What
on
does
earth?
it matter? JW through the smoke, saw nothing. He heard the touch on the bomb, and he's dead.
I thought they'd done enough. Jax, that wallbang surely would be enough. Let's watch this
Timing
again.
on
Look,
this.
14 seconds. 14 seconds when he hits that wallbang. Magnificent shot. But look at JW, 8 undeterred. The only way he wins that round is hitting that headshot. And then just straight into the smoke as Nexa fakes. Big plays from the Fnatic core. They want to send G2 right down into a pit of despair. They've even called a timeout after that one just to make them linger on what should and could have been.
Think about that. The Flusher clutch and the JW clutch right now, they're back-breaking rounds.
Unbelievable. They want both pistols and converted. Like 6 of the 14 rounds G2 had, they got pretty much scar-free. But the rest they've had to work for. And JW, yeah, 2 kills. He is the impact player of round 29 because he just won them it single-handedly against the clock and 2 players.
Now, keep in mind, it was those carried across rifles and some upgraded pistols from G2. So in the back of their minds, they already were playing for overtime. So now they've come in with everything they need. AWP for Kenny again, rifles across the board, 2 defuse kits in play, and utility for everybody. Even a decoy for Nexa to work with here going into round 30. Back away we go. AWP out for JW. Will he be greeted with a duel? Smoke. Push him out of position, and now he might need to reconsider his angles. Hunter spamming on down. And Brollan very aggressive early. Hunter tops a leg there.
Ooh, that's a problem because Hunter's been quite proactive towards shore. He's been good. He found that bit of presence last time and pressure again mounting on the other side of the map. They're all-encompassing so far. Got Brollan feeling quite brave at this point. Hunter smoked down and reasserting a little bit of pressure, but they've lost short by now. So Hunter does need to be aware of that. And I think he is. Caution being aired as Jax tries to re-garner some information, it feels. Looking like they want something back on one part of the map here. Well, he's being played with as JW looks forward. They've got the ramp control. They've got control elsewhere, but they finally lost a piece of it. Crim's being lost towards middle does open up opportunities now, and they feel a bit more pressure towards ramp. That bomb kept into hand. The 2 players tagged low are here. They've drawn all the rotations over. Just a bit of information shown, and again, a touch on the bomb, but no commitment to this. They desperately want to kill back.
Yeah, they want to find at least one before they start planting. Flusher fakes it, draws the util.
Smokes are gone now, though. They're all out. 20 seconds.
Oh, dear. Oh, disaster. OT written all over it. A chance, perhaps. Golden with need 2 and finds them both. 13 seconds. Hunter's flanking. There's neither of them are ready for this one. Golden goes down. It's all onto Flusher. He's already saved them once. He doesn't have the time to save them again. He could push. Gets 2 of the 3. This is an intense game of Counter-Strike, and it will continue. MR3 16K on the agenda when we return from a short break.
Am I wanna fight it. It's time to let it go. It's time to lose your inhibition. Developing a blind ambition. If you got a match, just go ahead and light it. I wanna see where this is going. We're done with playing games, not knowing, yeah. We've nothing to lose. We lost it that night. We're feeling alright. There's no need to choose.
It's overtime, baby. Elimination as well. Doesn't get more intense than that for G2 and Fnatic. Got Pansy and Sponge here as ready and raring to go to bring you what could very well be a third map. I don't know about you guys, but I certainly wouldn't be upset. Mirage is on the cards. Fnatic can take it from us. Let's get into this one. MR316K. So money is pretty much not an object, right, Chad? Unless there's like a double AWP purchase in the first round and you lose them both.
Yeah, and if you did that back-to-back and your teammates aren't being friendly and dropping you orbs, that's the only way. But hopefully they're being friendly with one another.
One can assume. Everyone gets anything. And that's an interesting little... Why do people do that? They've calculated the best way to hide their head, I suppose.
He might be lining up a smoke from that position as well,
touché.
so you try and kill as many birds with one stone as you possibly can. So
you are bang on.
A bit of a Molotov situation coming out from JW. Jump, throw, and away she goes. Flash as well. And construction will be taken out of the equation here. So pushing back mid information, but A is where they're going, and Amnek's already found the bomb.
Yeah, Amanek on the ramp is typically, here he is, the multi-kill master.
My, the golden boy of this side right now. He is doing wonderfully for them. However, there is still plenty of problems. Jax is here, Nexter and Kenny still stand. So even with this minute on the board, yes, Fnatic have got themselves back in after that initial pick and problem. They still have to nail the landing.
Yeah, double kill just on a silver platter for Golden. Just under the head of J-Dubs. Kenny's having a look. And Bron's just been timed as he looked away. The push came in, so equalized. And AWP revealed to be on the A site. They've still got Nexa deep on B. Jax has gone back to middle.
Kenny needs at least one more kill on this A site right now.
There you go. Finds it. He's continuing to rain down terror. Remaining dynamic. He hears the steps of Flusher and wants to try and pull the trigger again. They've only got 15 seconds. They're just walking into his crosshairs. Great round. Kenny S single-handedly holding A and brings home the first of overtime to G2.
That's 30 now for Kenny, so he's firing on all cylinders, and we needed to see that coming in today. As I mentioned earlier, that he is currently the lowest performer for G2 since coming back from the player break. Traditionally in the top two alongside of Hunter. But these are some great shots to see and very important once we get into overtime. This is the pressure moments. This is where maybe they might start feeling a little bit of those land vibes. I know they're definitely online, but there's no more pressure than the online, the overtime environment. So again, aggressive.
So, is that kind of navigates and clears the smokes, which once they clear, he'll know there's no one on ramp and he can stay posted. Oh gosh, Crim's right through the smoke. Amanek gone.
I mean, to be fair, the amount of times Amanek's caught someone through the smoke on ramp, it's just
feels fair.
Circle of life.
Oh, the molly's actually landed below the scaffold, so it hasn't burnt Hunter here. They will have to go. Oh, stepped into it.
Oh, I thought he had a real advantage there. Well, there's one. Next has caught JW completely asleep at the wheel. And now they'll start accelerating, trying to exploit this man advantage they have, deploying as much util as they can to ensure. Oh, wow. Nexa does take space, but at the cost of his life. Kenny missing his first, but peeking quickly.
Flames.
Yeah, he's down. He burns by Flusher. And there was a flank coming in quickly from Crims as well. So, quick in back and forth. A quick 1-to-1 so far.
Oof, okay, so Fnatic, we remember what they were doing on that CT side. I think if they can mount 2 T rounds here, they're sitting pretty to close this one on out. It is 1st to 19 if you're unfamiliar with the format here. 3 rounds on each side of play. 1st to 4 to take it. And 19 is the cumulative magic number. If both teams get to 18, we do it all again. Double overtime on the cards. And, well, same situation until we eventually find that winner. Same smokes towards the ramp. Amanek forced back this time, not hanging around, not trying any silly business.
He's so aggressive here. All three are posted up on short now for the CTs. That is very weird.
Yeah, they're taking the bomb through middle as well. A deeper Molotov. Next is trying to play ahead of it, but he does fully eat that flashbang. So forced into the site now. Oh, it should be the swing and trade. Yeah, Flush has opened up B. Kenny on the rotate now. Bomb's on its way as well passively. Flusher cautious. Oh, he's considering it. I think he might have spotted the barrel. That's what that shot suggests. And oh, he heard the burn. Tags him down, underhanding a smoke. Crims as well in middle. This is really nice stuff from Fnatic. They're actually
catch him.
Where are they taking the bomb throughout all of this? Hunter's caught another. Finally arriving at B. Hunter can clutch this, but Flusher poised on that corner.
Losing vision on that plant's made it trickier. And he's now lost vision on all of them. No one presenting comfortably in a 17-16.
Nice.
The two being gathered and garnered by Fnatic is a good indicator, considering that CT side of theirs was quite strong. However, G2 did find a bit of recovery as well eventually.
Yeah, look, I'm worried right now because Fnatic, their CT side was pretty potent. I thought they were dealing with the A approach from G2 easily. So G2 now on their T side, I'm not quite sure what style of approach they're going to be coming out with. But remember, two of these big rounds to even get us to this point of the game from Fnatic on their T side were clutches. Those gun rounds there didn't require clutches in the same way. So they're actually able to make them a bit cleaner. That gives us faith if we do continue with the overtimes here today. An extra AK left at spawn. Not sure why that is. Maybe just a little bit of a mispurchase in the early stages. But AWP on AWP right now, and neither will connect. The double AWPs on the T side. Amonek's actually purchased on one. So that explains that extra AK. Trying to spam on through the garbage chute. See if he can find anybody on the railings over towards the B side of things. That would be very, very unlikely. But I suppose the AWP being heard on two sides of the map at least gives Fnatic an idea of what they're working against. JW posted forward, the AUG in Brolin's hands, and well, the early exchange of utility will come out. We now have 1 minute and 15 left on the clock. A lot of nades left for G2. Check this out. Bunch of smokes, 4 in total, 5 Molotovs, heaps of flashes, truckload of HE. So they're able to work with whatever execute they need, but time could still be a problem here. Breaking off some windows, looks like they're setting up for a bit of a set piece.
It seems like he was going to smoke short.
Yeah, that's the scaffold smoke coming in.
There's no one that's going to show presence.
We're selling an A fake.
Yeah, but who? But how? No one's going A.
Yeah, there's in front of it as well. You can see that Golden's in front of this. Oh, team flash. Okay, they can rotate B and middle now. Fnatic are on top of this.
Yeah, they are.
I'm not loving it yet from G2, especially next to being found, and this is looking comfy. JW easily connecting that to the back, as now it's just Kenny. Left in a 1v4, locked into mid, bombs now in towards the hands of the CTs. This would need a Herculean performance! 15 seconds, 2 more to find, bomb to be picked up. And they are isolated from each other. Kenny has no idea JW was there, however. And it wouldn't be Fnatic if there wasn't a touch of BM.
Wow, only 1 round away, and Fnatic going to knock G2 out here. Continuing this losing streak. G2 are in a world of hurt right now.
I mean, it's positive signs in one way. The fact that some of their underperformers are fragging. You can see a great shot here from Kenny, but all too little, too late. Yeah, they were in such good positions there that the G2A fake seemed like a little bit of a last-minute adjustment, and it was really easy for them to solve. And Amanek once again positioning himself for the off angle of Brolin's hunt. And actually, Brolin this time is walking in towards his line of sight. He's watched the demos, though. He must know that Amanek likes to play around that generator. Ooh, Flash gets him on his high alert, knows his one ladder, and decides to fall away. So he's confirmed as probably 2. Can't see anything, but as it fades, it's JW besting Kenny. He knows he likes to take those fights from the fork room. No longer a forklift room, it's just harder to say box.
Ah, yes, the box room near the other box.
Box room, there's boxes everywhere. Well, there isn't really. One giant rectangle. What do you think they were shipping? Like, I reckon that's, if you were shipping King Kong, that's the kind of box you'd be using.
Sarcophagus.
I think a nice big statue.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or just a chock-a-block full of AK-47s.
Or chocolate.
Maybe a weapons cache would be more likely, wouldn't it?
Yeah, well, Counter-Strike doesn't really have too much lore. We can create it as we go. Crims has managed to get the one and done, but surely JW is going to press the panic button here. He looks like he wants to stand and fight. The Molotov is good. It's burning. Jack's down. Forces him away. A smoke on top. Now he can focus his attention on ramp.
Golden's here too.
Whoa. They're not expecting that. Great push from JW, takes advantage. Now re-peeking, not gonna get the swing. A chance for Golden, and he's finishing off the round. This is gonna be it. G2 eliminated unless Amanek can stand and fight. He paid such a heavy price for that first exchange though. It does feel like it's just a matter of time for Fnatic to knock out G2 in day 2 of IEM New York. Amanek fakes it out, needs the duel, naded. That's the end. G2, another bad day in the office. Close, but no